Hi, I'm Danielle and I'm the founder of The Joyful Edit. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I help you decide to stop living someone else's dream. Like, inside every single one of us, there is a tiny seed of the you that you were meant to be. Unfortunately, many of us have buried that seed in response to our teachers or our parents or other role models when we were growing up. If you think about it, when we started off in life, we knew exactly what we wanted. Like if we were hungry, we would cry. If we loved the food that we had, then we would devour it and smother all over our faces and on our hands and all over our tops. And if we hated it, we would throw our food right across the floor. We had no problem expressing our needs and our wants until we got what we wanted. We were clear about what we wanted and we went and headed straight for it without any fear. So what happened? Somewhere along the way, someone said to us, don't touch that. I don't care if you don't like it. You'll have what you're given. You don't really want that. Stop crying. Don't be such a baby. Sound familiar? Then as you get older, you heard, money doesn't grow on trees. If you don't go to university, you won't be successful. Stop being so selfish. Do you know what I sacrificed for you? You will be a doctor. We are all doctors. You're not supposed to like your job. You just need to make it work. You need to be realistic. After constant pressures and statements like this from people we trusted and thought knew better, is it any wonder that we lost touch with our needs and our desires and the dreams that we had? Even when I read that out, it kind of makes me feel sad because a lot of those things I was definitely told when I was growing up. And it's all these self-limiting beliefs from people that are generally trying to protect us, but actually it suffocates us and it has such a detrimental effect on our well-being and the whole course of our life. Because of these things, we get stuck in someone else's version of reality and what others want from us at the cost of our own wants, needs, and desires. We learn how to act and to get approval. And as a result, we now do a lot of the things that we don't want to do to please other people. And even when people ask for our opinion, we simply say the things that we think people want to hear. We also just go to medical school to please our parents, or we get married to please our mum, or we have children to please society. We get a real job instead of pursuing our passions. We go straight into university rather than doing a gap year and going traveling. In the name of being sensible, we end up becoming numb to our own desires. So it's no wonder when I ask people what they want, people don't know. There are so many layers of ought to and should do that we just get paralyzed, and it's easier to take the route of what everyone else has planned out for us. Now, I'm not telling you this to make you sad or to feel guilt or anything like that. I'm telling you this so you can make a change and stop living someone else's dream and start living on your own terms and living your own dreams. So how do we make a change? Okay, let's change this into a positive. How do we reclaim ourselves and our true desires? How do we reconnect with our real passions? How do we get back to what we really, really want with no fear, no shame, or inhibition? Let's go back to the child version of us without those adults telling us what we can and can't do. Now, the first step is stop settling for less than you want. I cannot stress how important this is, and I will tell you this again and again. Stop settling for less than you want, and that applies to everything. So what I want you to do is start on the smallest scale and just start honoring your preferences in every situation. So if you are going to re-own your power and get what you want out of life, you have to stop saying things like, I don't really care. Whatever they want, I don't really mind. I'm easy. I don't mind. I don't want to make a fuss. Whatever everyone else is doing, I'll just do the same. Whenever you are confronted with a choice, no matter how small or insignificant, act as if you have a preference. Like, so many of us have been in that situation where we've said that, but actually what you're doing is you're not being clear on what you want, and you're making other people's needs more important than your own. And that's just a habit. And the good news is, with all habits, we can break bad habits and replace it with the opposite behavior. So if there's something you want, then go after it. If you want a blue notepad and you've got a yellow one, go and ask that person if you can swap. If you've ordered food that you don't like, then order something else. Like, there's so many examples where we are just settling and it's constantly telling ourselves that we're not worthy, that our desires don't matter, our dreams don't matter, and it starts with the smallest actions. Now, the second thing is, I want you to make an I want list. Now, one of the easiest ways to clarify what you truly want is to make a list of 30 things that you want to do, 30 things that you want to have, and 30 things you want to do before you die. You'll find that your initial wants are not really that profound. So it might be that you want a nicer car, you want a bigger house, you want to go on holiday. But after around about 10 or so minutes, the real you starts to speak. And things like, I want people to love me. I want to make a difference. I want to drop out of law and set up my own bakery. I want to express myself freely. These wants are the truest expressions of our core values and who we were meant to become before the world told us we were going to be any different. The third is, look for the evidence that it's all possible. I think so many times we don't pursue our passions because we don't think we can make a living out of it. And again, that's one of the things and statements that people have told us growing up, that, oh, you can't do a job that you are passionate about. It's just a hobby. Like, you need to be realistic and get your head up the clouds. Like, there's so many things that's linked to that. Yet there are countless examples of people doing just that, where they are living life on their own terms and doing something that they love. Like, Oprah Winfrey loves to talk, and guess what? She's making a living out of talking. Kevin Hart makes a living out of making people laugh. Gordon Ramsay makes a living out of cooking. There are so many examples of people that are deciding that enough is enough and that they want to reclaim their power and do what they want to do because it's their life, not anyone else's. So it is possible to do something you love and make a living, and a great living at that. So make a list of 20 things that you love to do and think of ways in which you can make a living to do just that. So for an example, I love inspiring people to raise their standards of what's possible. And I can do this through my YouTube channel, by creating courses, doing seminars, being a keynote speaker, writing a book, all of these things. To start thinking about what it is that you love to do and start putting together some ideas on how you can make a living doing just that. Fourth, remember you get one chance at life. You deserve to be and have everything you ever wanted. Don't be one of those people that regrets not living on their own terms, whatever that may look like to you. Now, people will try and talk you out of your dreams. They will tell you that you are crazy. They tell you that you're unrealistic. You live in a dreamland. They may threaten to disown you, cut you off. They may laugh at you. Think of the people that have gone before you and done the most unimaginable things, whether it's, creating an aeroplane or a car or electricity. All these people were deemed utterly insane. Some were put into a psych ward. Some were designed by their families and society. There's going to be so many things that people stop telling you that you can't do these certain things. But I want us to let them keep their limiting beliefs, and for us to keep our dreams and to be who we were meant to be before the world told us we were any different. So I just want to thank you so much for watching and for being here to the end, because it's something I think so many of us suffer with, whether we are conscious of it or not. And I want us to break the mold and start reclaiming our power, and doing those like activities help you do just that. And do it regardless of the consequences, because the biggest consequence of all is that you live a life where you dampened your spirits, you hid away your dreams, and you lived on someone else's terms. And I guarantee that is not going to make you happy, it's not going to make you fulfilled. And you are not going to be at the end of your life glad that you did those things. You are going to have the absolute opposite. And now we have an opportunity to change that. So reclaim your power and live a life of your dreams, and stop putting everyone else before you, because you truly, truly matter. So thank you so much for watching. I am sending you so much love and so much blessings. If this video really resonated, then please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And share with anyone that you think would benefit from, because I want to reach as many people as possible, because I think these messages are something that affects every single one of us. So thank you so much again, and I will be back again tomorrow.